Hello YouTube fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tina and I make videos on lifestyle, home, and DIY projects every single week. And today's video is a fun one because I'm showing off what I got for my living room, and I also am including some things that I bought for the holidays because I'm really excited to start decorating already. I'm trying to have a good balance between Thanksgiving and Christmas decor, but I really can't help myself, so I might be putting up the Christmas tree a little bit earlier this year. But honestly, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think you can do whatever makes you happy. So if you have your Christmas tree up on November 1st, that is totally okay. If you've been following me on my channel, you know that I moved to a new apartment in LA from Chicago. I'm basically making over every single room, so the next room is the living room, and that's coming on Sunday. And I'm really excited to show it to you guys because it is the room that we spend the most of our time in. So I'm really excited to put all of these little decor pieces in. So without blabbing on anymore, let me show you guys what I got. Okay, so looking around me, this is basically all plants and plant-related decor. So basically, I want my apartment to look like a jungle, and the living room has the most amount of light. So I'm gonna put the majority of my plants in there. So first, let me show you guys what I got from Rolling Green. This is a local LA plant nursery, and they do have things online as well. So I will link everything that I can down below. Otherwise, I will also link similar items, but I really enjoyed going there. It is such a beautiful store. They have so many beautiful plant pots and baskets and things, and all the pots that I saw were actually reasonably priced, so I did grab 3 of them. And the first one that I grabbed is actually a really cute and unusual one. It is very unique in that it is a moon, and it is just so cute. So this one is $11.25, and they actually had one that was a lot larger, but I thought this would be so perfect to put a succulent or an air plant inside of, and it is very unique. And I really love moons, so I want to incorporate that in the living room somewhere. I think it's also great to have a pop of brass in there, especially since I have a lot of wood tones going on. I actually just got this air plant as well, and I think it just fits in here perfectly, and that way I can have a plant in here without worrying about overwatering it, since this is a pretty small space to put a plant in. This just looks so cute, and I love how unique it is. If I can find the exact link, I will put it down below. Otherwise, I will link something similar. I also grabbed this pot, and I thought this was just so unique looking. It adds in a really nice touch of this peachy, orangey, reddish color, and that's actually the color that I have in my carpet, so I'm really trying to tie that all in. The texture on this pot is also really great, so it's gonna add in a pop of color, but also a textural element, which I really love when it comes to plant pots. They also have a really good selection of baskets for your plants, and I really love these ones because it actually comes with a plastic liner at the bottom. So this one was 10 bucks. It is kind of smaller, but it's the perfect size for a lot of my plants. So with this kind of planter, even though it has the lining in the bottom, I would still recommend to have it in a grow pot, just so that you could take it in and out when you need to. I personally wouldn't put my plant directly in here, but I think this is so cute. They have so many different sizes, and if you're local in LA, you definitely need to check out Rolling Green. While we're on the topic of local businesses, I wanted to show an item that I got from one of my friends on Instagram. Her name is Jess, and she runs a shop on Etsy called Radically You, and when I saw this, I just knew that I had to have it. And it is a macrame plant hanger, and it's in this beautiful yellowy orangey color. This perfectly matches my bed, I think, and this is just going to be really nice to tie it back into the living room. And I just love the craftsmanship of this. It actually has some driftwood on the top, and then right here is where you would put your plant. And what's nice about this is that you could just hang it up against the wall. You don't have to have it suspending from the ceiling or anything like that. So I think that is really awesome. I really want to support more local and small businesses, especially for the holiday season. So I will link her shop down below, and you guys can shop it as well. So while shopping for things for my living room, I stopped in at HomeGoods, but it honestly was a fail because they already had so much of their holiday stuff out. So I basically went in there and grabbed 2 items. So the first item is this stool. I've just been looking for one everywhere, and this one I think is solid wood because it is so heavy. This was 20 bucks, which I think is a great price. And mainly I got this to use as a plant stand, but I am considering using it for actually grabbing some things in higher cabinets or in my closet. We do have some taller shelves in our kitchen that I can't usually grab, so maybe I will use this, but since it's so heavy, it's kind of not really practical to move around all the time. Okay, this is heavy, so I'm gonna put it down. So I just find that bigger bigger plants just look so much better elevated, so I'm really glad that I got one of those stools. And then I also grabbed one of their frames. I always go to HomeGoods or Marshalls for frames just because they have some really good reasonable prices. And this is the one that I grabbed. It was 10 bucks, and I just love double glass paned frames. This is just so beautiful, and it's one of my favorite ways to display things on a tabletop or on a shelf. And I really love this because it's for your Instax pictures, and I do have an Instax printer, which I can choose any picture off of my phone and just print it out and then pop into here. And I think it's also really important just to add some personal touches into your space. So putting your own pictures on display is a perfect way to do that. So since I didn't have a lot of luck at HomeGoods, I tried my hand at Marshalls, and although they had some really good items, I basically bought almost the same things because I got like 3 items from there, and one of them is another stool. And at first I wasn't gonna buy it, but this one was just so beautiful, and I can always use more stools or plant stands in my home, so let me show you guys it. So this is the other one that I bought, and I think this one's so cool because it has a design on the top, and then the legs are actually a brass color. And like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of wood tones in the living room, so I really want to just break it up with some brass and some gold hardware. And this one was actually cheaper than the other one, and it was $14.99. And I think that is a great price. And this is also very heavy, so I know that it's going to be a solid base for some of my larger plants. But also, if I don't end up using both of them, I can always return it. So another really great item that I always get at Marshalls or HomeGoods is their coasters. They always have beautiful marble coasters, and they are really inexpensive. So I grabbed this pack for only 6 bucks, and it comes in a set of 4, and I really like this one because it has more brown and warm tones in the marble rather than your typical gray. So I had to grab it. So I don't know if you can tell, but the veining, and actually this one's kind of more like spots over here, but it is a little bit more brown, and I really like that. So I'm really excited that I grabbed these. And again, it was 6 bucks for the set of them. So if you're ever there, make sure that you pick up their coasters. So next up is Target. I always have to stop by Target because they always have beautiful things. I love that they're constantly refreshing all their different home collections. So I had to pop in and grab a few items. The first item is this giant basket. So as you guys can see, it is pretty huge, and I think this is a must for any living room. You can put a plant in it or any of your clutter. You can also put in your throw blankets, and it just looks so much more stylish in something like a basket. This one was about 27 bucks, and it is very sturdy. It is not flimsy whatsoever. I really like the structure of this. I just feel like Target always has the best baskets, so it is definitely my go-to place when I'm in search of one. I also just ordered my Christmas tree on Target, and they are having a sale right now, so if you go online, they have 20% off all their trees. So if you're looking for one, definitely go grab one. But while I was shopping online, I also grabbed one of their tree toppers, and this one is just so pretty. So here it is. I really like this one because it is mirrored, but it also has gold detailing all around the edges. Since I do have an open concept living room kitchen, this is just going to pull all those colors together, and I'm so excited to put up my tree this year. So while I was there, I actually grabbed a few items from their dollar spot. It was just way too good of a deal, and I couldn't pass it up. So the first things that I grabbed up were these tiny trees. So this bigger one is 5 bucks, and then this one is 3 bucks, and it is blocked, which is really cute. It doesn't look too fake. These smaller ones are just going to be so perfect for putting on an end table or in your kitchen, and it's just a nice way to have a holiday touch in other areas in your home besides your living room. I also grabbed these little yarn trees that they have. They are $1 each, so I just couldn't pass them up. I know that you could probably DIY these, but they were just so cheap and so cute that I just had to. These kind of look like actual bottle brushes, but I think they're really cute still. They come in 3 different colors and 3 different heights, and I just think they are so adorable. I can't wait to put them onto our TV console and just decorate for the holiday. So this last section of the video is going to be dedicated to plants. Personally, the way that I like to decorate is just using a lot of plants. I think that they just add so much coziness to a space. It also just adds so much life, and I'm really excited to show you guys the plants that I picked up because some of these things are on my wish list. I finally grabbed them. So let me show you. So I got all these plants from Mickey Haggerty Plants here in LA, and they have really reasonable prices. And you can also shop online, which is really awesome, and I would totally recommend if you're in the area to check them out. But the first plant that I got is a rubber tree, and this one is really big. This was only 10 bucks. which I can't believe because the leaves are ginormous on this. It's still pretty short and more bush-like, but I just can't believe how big the leaves are. So this one is a Ficus Elastica Burgundy, and I just think that the color on it is stunning. It's just gonna be so beautiful in my living room, and I just can't wait to put it into a cute pot. So the next plant that I got has been on my wish list for a really long time now, and it is one of those plants that you either hate or that you love. And I actually used to hate it, but now I love it, and I'm really excited to have it, but I'm also really nervous to like kill it because it is my first one. So if you guys have any tips, please let me know down below. So let me show you her. I got a Begonia Whitey Eye. God, look how cute! So this is also known as an angel wing begonia because of this beautiful angel wing shape. They have these spots on it which almost looks like it's painted, and they also have a red underside, which is so gorgeous. And I got this one for 18 bucks, which I think is a really great price, especially since there are so many leaves on this one plant. I'm just so obsessed with it, and even though it's pretty small, it definitely makes a statement with the beautiful pattern on its leaves. I'm just so happy to have this in my life, and if you guys have any tips on how to take care of this, please let me know in the comments down below because I really want this to stay alive. I have one more plant to show you guys, but it is a big one, so let me go grab her really quick. Okay. Oh my god, I'm tired. So I haven't even opened it fully yet because I wanted to do it on camera, but let me open her up. Can't really tell because it's pretty tall. I have it on the stool right now, but I got a bird of paradise, which has actually been on my wish list for a very long time, and specifically for the living room because I think it just looks so beautiful next to a couch, especially when they got really large. It just makes such a beautiful statement. At my old place, I didn't really have a lot of sunlight in my living room, so now that I do, I just really wanted a bird of paradise. The one that I got was 35 bucks, which I think is a really great price considering how large this is. It's not huge because I definitely have seen some really big ones, but I think that this is going to grow so much while it's in here. So I'm just so happy with her. This is also one of those plants that isn't too complicated to take care of, so I definitely would recommend if you're looking for a larger plant for your space. It's gonna look so good in a corner and just make your place feel so much more styled and elevated. So I'm just so happy to have her, and I can't wait to style her in the next video. Alright guys, so that was everything that I picked up for the living room so far. I definitely have a lot more pieces to show you guys when the makeover comes out. So I'm really excited to show you guys the rug as well as some of the artwork pieces that I picked out for this space, and I just can't wait for it to all come together. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm so grateful for all of you guys who tune in every single week. We are almost at 40K, which is honestly so mind-blowing. I feel like I always say that every single time I hit a milestone, but it really truly does mean the world to me. So thank you guys all so much for tuning in. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!